Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the BuzzCast, episode 13. I'm your host, loldbz, and we have Ghoulston here as well.
It's a me.
It's a him! What are we going to be talking about this week? There's just so many things happening lately. Lots of exciting new releases coming out, a lot of leaks of upcoming games, and a lot of things are also leaving us.
So, just a brief rundown of the many topics to talk about since E3. Really, there's just been a slew of little things. Kicking off, we'll talk about the 25th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog. Talk about some Twitch changes that have been made to the streaming platform. Some Pokemon news. Some things that's been going on around videoshorts.com, such as the Summer Gauntlet. A lot of new games that have been coming out in the past 2 weeks, and some other various topics, and some strange food choices that are now coming to us.
Gamer food. Gamer fuel.
Yeah, I guess.
You could actually use both of these in a meal. I say use because I don't know if I'd say eating.
You could apply them to your diet for better or for worse.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
I wouldn't recommend on living on it, but you could.
So I didn't even really notice it was the 25th birthday of Sonic, but like it seems like when an anniversary comes for one character, like all the other ones have them around the same time because a lot of the big icons came around within like the same year, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, Mario and Zelda were kind of like nicely spaced off from each other. I think Metroid got lost in Samus's anniversary there because I think Metroid came out at the same time as Zelda, maybe, or maybe, I'm not even sure. But Sonic has the distinction of being the mascot of a Sega Genesis, and I don't really think there's many other Sega Genesis characters that warrant a 25-year period of acknowledgement, I suppose. The little blue blur has been around for a long time, and he's had a bit of a rocky road, especially in the latter half of his career, but those some of my favorite games growing up, and still are some of my favorite games. I think he deserves a little love for making it so far, and it can keep going despite everyone telling him to stop.
He can't stop. He hasn't had many good games, and I think every time a new game's like announced, everyone just for some reason still has hope that it's going to be the next good Sonic game, like every time. But I think people are going to start giving up if he doesn't deliver. It's been a while. A lot of them are really missed. 06, of course. I never played it, but I heard a lot of things. I know you played it.
Yes,
and that was like the return. That's why it's called 06 because it just said Sonic the Hedgehog. It was there. That was one of the very early reboots. And
that came after Shadow the Hedgehog. So I guess they were like, all right, we're starting to get a little crazy here. Let's start over.
Yeah,
what a restart it was.
But yeah,
I think they trashed that like immediately.
It was so weird. They had a real girl that he was saving. It doesn't really feel right to have like any humans other than Dr. Robotnik, who doesn't even really look human in the first place.
No.
In the context of the game, I think you just gotta stray away from that. But it got kind of weird, that whole game, and also really buggy.
Yeah, but you gotta also remember that after 06, they made Unleashed, which had some really promising daytime sections.
I like how you guys distinguish that though, like the way.
Yeah,
they had no need to do that, but they did.
But leading from that was the groundwork for Sonic Colors, and Sonic Colors was I think it's okay. I don't think it's great, but a lot of people do think it's great.
I enjoyed it.
It kind of paved so it paved the way for that kind of gameplay, and Sonic Generations is more of that.
It has like virtually no replay value, but it was definitely really like it felt good to play. It had a lot of speed.
Had the red rings to get.
Yeah, I mean, sort of, but I mean, I think I kind of got them almost all the first time I played, since I like to collect, and it didn't really take me that long to 100%, and then I just dropped it after that. But I mean, it felt and looked really good. I actually remember using it pretty much as my standard benchmark for setting up my stream bit rates and stuff because it would just trash my streams. Planet Wisp, yeah, very grassy and stuff.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's the one they chose for Generations, so I guess it was the...
Oh, yeah. I like that one a lot, and the music was really, really good, too. And then I think that was Sonic Worlds or something. What was it?
Lost World.
Lost Worlds, yeah. It wasn't that
Which
good.
I had a bad experience with it, but I figured out, like, in the very last level, I was playing the game wrong, like, the entire time. I was like, oh, whoops. That's why it was so hard.
How do you play it wrong? I was
wondering why. There's, like, 2 homing attacks, and they don't tell you the distinction. So I was using, like, the really shitty weak one, where it was like a flying kick. Wasn't the actual, like, homing attack. So I was, like, wondering to myself, like, why are all these bosses taking, like, 20 hits? It's fucking ridiculous. But you can, like, 2-shot them.
Wow.
I'm impressed I made it that far without it, though. Wow. But they even had, like, that weird, like, Zelda level where Sonic was dressed up as Link.
Oh, yeah, I read
in that game.
But I never played it.
And then they made Sonic Boom, which everyone can, relax. It's not permanent. It was just, like, a side series for a cartoon they were making. So they announced that there'll be... Well, I'm sorry. They teased that they'll be announcing a new Sonic game in July, a month after his 25th birthday. So people are really, really curious to see what it is. Yeah. Maybe it's the long-awaited Sonic Adventure 3.
That would be amazing. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 were really great. I really like Sonic Adventure 1 because it had... I don't know. It felt really open, and it was. Honestly, you could really draw really good parallels between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 and No More Heroes 1 and No More Heroes 2. I like both of them, but it took away a lot of the open world in 2 and made it a bit more streamlined. But they also optimized a lot of the things in the game.
Oh, well, happy 25 years, fictional video game character who will never hear my wishes. I will continue to play your games religiously. Many great Sonic games to play and to stream, and it's a good thing that the landscape of streaming is getting better, but at the same time a little worse and weird. Some big changes have been happening to Twitch lately. Actually, we just have breaking news.
Breaking news?
From our very good friend CNRM. Posted to Twitch's blog about HTML5 video player. Apparently that is coming soon. They're going to be rolling out a beta for the HTML5 player, which would mean that people no longer have to use Flash.
That's great.
To view streams.
Flash is like really intensive on the resources on top of being very susceptible to crashes. We at Vidya Shorts like to use Chatango, which did the HTML switch probably 2 years ago. And it was always a big culprit for troubles and discomfort. But with Twitch doing the same thing, that should be really helpful for anyone who embeds the Twitch into any other websites such as ours. So I'm excited for that. They are like pumping out a lot of features lately. Some good, some not so great. So what do we have? Social eating is their new their new little not platform, but it's a new section. So they had creative, which basically meant, hey, do whatever the hell you want, but no eating. But now
it's still, you have to be like making something. But now social.
Why don't
eating
they call it social cooking then, or like? That's the thing. Like, so apparently, what happened was that someone like harmed themselves because I guess whenever anyone's given a big enough crowd, they'll do anything. And I think what I read, they ate chicken Alfredo, a entire pizza, and a bag of cookies, and then they vomited on stream, and then that triggered Twitch to like just start banning people for doing things against the rules that were yet to be posted. So I guess it's like, as long as you're not endangering yourself. I think more so they're looking for like what you said, like cooking or eating like exotic foods, not endangering yourself.
Basically, I mean, you still should be creating something, and I suppose the social eating idea is like it's kind of like a game, and as long as you're doing it within reason, as long as you're doing it in a way that interacts with your viewers and you're not hurting yourself and you're not doing anything graphic.
Yeah, but I mean, when you think about it, they're starting to like just basically double in on themselves because Twitch came from Justin TV, and that was like general streaming, do whatever. And then it was video games, but creative is almost anything. You can do whatever, and now eating is just not. It's not a video game site anymore. that I guess, I mean, that's not, good or bad. It's just they're definitely changing the direction they're going in a lot of respects. And in addition, microtransactions with the new cheer system is another direction that they're going. I honestly don't think it's going to be successful. They can prove me wrong. I wouldn't use it. What it is they say if you want to show your support and you never knew how to show your support for streamers, aside from subscribing or donating them money straight up. Typing, yeah. Now you can buy these little crystals called bits, and you buy these with money from like exclusively through Amazon Shop or something. I don't know, like Amazon Pay. Like that's the only service that'll let you buy these things. That's also kind of weird. I'm sure they're going to open up that later. But you buy these things, and then you post them in chat. And depending on what they are, there's like unique proprietary animations of like I guess little crystals, kind of like I don't know, zooming around and making shapes. And they're more like elaborate and beautiful. The more bits you throw at them, and it's like a one-time thing. You just post it in chat, and you know how fast Twitch chat is. Like it's just gonna evaporate instantly. I just don't understand what they're going for here, and I don't know where the money's going either. From what I'm gathering, the money is gonna go to Twitch, and they haven't really explicitly said if it's gonna go anywhere else. But they said something about third parties can get in on it somehow. But it really just seems like it's another, grab for money, which wouldn't be surprising. I mean, they are a company, but I just don't think anyone who I don't know, who's aware of the situation is going to actually buy into this. It just doesn't seem like a good idea.
I think maybe they see how many streams just have like these shitty donate for me, please, top donator today, like all this crap. And I guess they were like, oh, well, we can make a system off of this and we can, find a way to get profit out of it. And here's some shiny graphic to make you happy. But I hear that people don't like it too much.
Well, they never like the new things. I can kind of see it from that perspective. If it truly is just basically a fancified donation, like truly, and it doesn't really, it's all the same, then I can appreciate it to some extent. But I really don't think that's what it is. I think it's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they take money out of it.
They already do take it from like donations, I think, and subscriptions, I believe. But if not, I really that would be my interpretation of it. They wouldn't just go make a system to be convenient. I think they are going to be getting a big cut of something that was already going towards the streamer in bulk for the most part. But who knows? I think it's kind of a dumb idea, but prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, I guess. We'll see. It's not out yet. It's in beta. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're just working on things. I mean, more power to them. You got to keep evolving. You can't be stagnant. You got to just keep doing different things, even if they're weird and people don't like it.
Definitely. Yeah, speaking of always evolving, there was a leak recently. The Pokemon leak showed, I think, about 5 different Pokemon. Speaking of, I think for the 25th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog, they have a Hedgehog Pokemon. In theory, we don't know if this is real. This could be fake, but that's a Hedgehog. That's no doubt.
The little white thing?
Yeah, I think it's normal.
The ball?
Normal/electric is the working theory. And there is also a strange-looking dragon thing. I've been calling it Snoop Dragon. Apparently other people have caught on too. Kind of looks like Snoop Dogg in a way. My theory, based on the way it's presented, looks like Ghost Dragon. That would be cool. I don't think that's been done yet.
No, I'd like that.
Some weird bugs. I think that beetle and that little lump down there are somehow related due to the little mouth part. But I'm not sure. There's a strange-looking fish, which apparently is based on what's called a tagfish. If you can look that up, it looks very similar, except the tagfish doesn't have that little frill on the top. But like the mouth and the way it's shaped and the way it looks, it's very similar.
It kind of reminds me of the Yellow Submarine. It seems really trippy in the 70s.
Yeah, they probably took inspiration from different directions.
I thought you were going to say they probably took drugs.
From a lot of people might agree with that sentiment, given the way that these Pokemon in general look. Like Tiki Shield eye. I don't know.
He's got it's kind of like a Wonder Ball. He's kind of like bursting out, but he's like a monster inside.
Oh yeah, look, it's like 2 parts of like a bird mass. You can kind of put it together. It's actually a bird. So it's a bird, not bird. It's a bird, and it's something in a bird.
I think of all of these, I do like the little hedgehog ball, the guy, but I really like the little fly.
Yeah, the fly. That was what I was going to get to. I like it a lot. Actually, it's called a bee fly, and it's based on a bee fly. I don't know what it's called. It might be. Who knows what it is? I think it's fairy bug or something. But I like the way it looks because it's really simple design. And it really resembles like a regular creature, like almost exactly. If you look this up, it looks exactly like it. So I kind of like those old fashioned Pokemon designs, and that's exactly what that is. Ironically, it's also got the newest typing to it in theory. So, but yeah, super tiny.
Yeah, and I really don't like that box bug. So.
Yeah, it doesn't look complete. Let's just assume that it's not complete and
work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, or it's fake. So
yeah, I mean, I guess these all could technically be fake. It could be real. I mean, don't really know. This is a leak, right? I mean, yeah. I hear there's a trailer. I hear there's information, but
there's animations and stuff. Yeah. So.
I mean. People are really good at making fake crap.
Yeah,
so.
No, yeah, and I never buy into it. So it's fake until proven real. But if anything has to be real in here, I want that little gnat and maybe the dragon. That's about it.
Yeah, the pincer flying thing, not so sure. Not so sure.
And what other new things have been going on around the website here with the gauntlet underway? Everyone's been challenging themselves to new and exciting, new experiences, old games, but new experiences. So basically, what the gauntlet is, and I guess we just do it every summer, is that we just roll for games for different systems, and what you get is what you get. But you can elaborate more on the rules because I'm not too familiar.
Yeah. Well, last year our friends Triformus and Reculiar both created something called the Shortstop Summer Gauntlet because what the idea is that we all get together and challenge ourselves to play through some of gaming's greatest consoles by playing one random game from a handful. So I believe it's NES, SNES, Genesis, Game Boy, DOS, Neo Geo, Commodore 64. I think there's one I'm forgetting, and PlayStation or 64. You get an option there in that last one. You don't have to be PS1 if you can't do it. You can be 64. But you roll on this website that kind of just provides you with a random game from whatever console you click. So I can go onto it right now, and I'll just click Nintendo, and it'll say, oh, Fester's Quest. And then I am tasked with defeating the game Fester's Quest. And after I'm done Fester's Quest, I move up to the next level, which is on our gauntlet, SNES, and I click that little button, and if it says Final Fantasy VI, then I gotta play through all Final Fantasy VI before I can move on. If it's like Mickey's minigame Palooza, then all right, easy. You just play, a bunch of minigames. Not everyone gets the luck. Some people get the really bad games. Someone's going to get like Mario Brothers. It's the way it is. It's random. And if you're unable to beat your game, then the way we did it last year is that you go backwards a step and get a new game for that old step and a new game for that step you're on currently, which is what I did a lot because I was bad. And I just couldn't beat a lot of games. So it was like, I can't beat this SNES game. I went backwards. I played another NES game at random, and then I played another SNES game at random. It was a lot of that.
So you could technically fall all the way back if you keep getting.
Yeah, you could fall all the way back. I actually didn't finish my gauntlet. A lot of people didn't finish their gauntlet last year because a lot of people kept rolling backwards. I played at least 4 NES games because I kept I had a bad time with that. So to encourage people to not give up this year, they added tokens, which is a free reroll of your game if you're not having some good time with it. I had to do that once because I got Kirby's Pinball Land, which when you hear it, you're like, you couldn't beat Kirby's Pinball Land? What's wrong with you? Playing a pinball game is fun. Trying to beat a pinball game is different. it was like impossible. The ball just would fucking bounce everywhere, and I needed to bounce in a very specific spot. I was told that I could beat the game in like 20 minutes if I got like, good. But man, that it was so frustrating. It was just like constantly this random bullshit would happen and dunk my ball to like the very bottom layer, and I have to like work it up to like the very top. And if I don't hit like the paddles in the same exact spots like every single time, oh my god. So I just like said fuck this and did a different one. Used one of those little tokies and stayed on the Game Boy level. It didn't actually fall back, so that was nice. And currently, it's still going on. Everyone is welcome to go on over to the shortstop portion of videoshorts.com and check out. It should be on the page in the top right corner. Shortstop Summer Gauntlet. You guys can sign up and roll your games and have a fun time. Also, the rules were changed this year to not encourage you to play sports games and stuff like that don't have literal endings. Your game should have like an ending, like the end. Thank you for playing. So if you got like Madden, that shouldn't count. You should just re-roll it for free. I am currently on the last part of my gauntlet, Bug's Life. So I'll start that sometime soon. That sounds like fun. But I've played some really weird games. I've apparently played the worst side-scrolling shooter game ever made, called Deep Blue, where you're like a fish shooting over fish. But like, if you even like you have health in that game, but if you even touch the boss fish or whatever, you just die immediately and then you start all over. So it was really weird. And I also played a game where I simulated the 1968 election, where I was Richard Nixon defeating Humphrey. I don't know who Humphrey was,
Yeah,
but it was really fun. It was just black text, or it was just white text on a black screen. But
oh no, I had pictures of the states and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I won that goddamn election by a landslide. Little politic tip for all you future presidential nominees: you just need Pennsylvania, Texas, Florida, and California to win. Forget the rest.
It doesn't matter.
They'll all fall into place. The people in Wisconsin will be like, "Oh wow, you got Texas, huh?" I'll vote for that guy. Fun stuff. Please support your community and check out that event. Other communities, though, are seeing some bad news, maybe? I don't know if you want to call it bad news. Sad news, perhaps. Splatoon, the hit shooting game by Nintendo released last year, is going to be getting its final Splatfest. In July, you will either get to be on Team Callie or Team Marie, the two Squid sisters. So this is like their farewell. Every region in the world is going to get the same Splatfest. They're going to count all the votes together in one huge tally. And then there's going to be no more Splatfest ever again. So one of their most popular games is going to be losing one of their most popular modes, in a sense. It's kind of curious that Nintendo would do that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they did stop online support for the Wii one day, so... But I guess they're
but it was a year ago.
The NX. Yeah, I know. It is weird. Maybe they're gonna change into something else. Another thing ending is this PS4's Ustream broadcasting support is coming to a close. I think is that the only thing they used, or no? They used Twitch too, right?
They used Twitch, but you always had the option to also do Ustream. So while it was a little weird that you're like, oh hey, you have Twitch and Ustream, it was like, well, why would I? Who uses that? I guess you're out of options now. It's going away. I mean, maybe that just speaks to the popularity of Ustream, where it's not even worth it anymore for them to take up their resources and time giving you the option. I'm sure like 5 people out there are sad. But I guess more importantly, it just speaks to the dominance of Twitch. It is the streaming platform. I mean, you can argue Hitbox is popular as well, but it's not. You can get on the front page with like 20 viewers. So Twitch is becoming the overlord of streaming.
Yeah, it's just gonna snowball from there. There's no stopping it, really. Not that you have to. I mean, it's a convenient service. We use it all the time.
I was using it earlier to stream the new competitive mode for Overwatch.
Speaking of meme games, Wreck-It Ralph 2 will be taking place on the internet, where he'll likely encounter such memes. I don't recommend watching it for that reason alone, but they can prove me wrong.
It just got announced, and you're already saying don't watch it. Damn.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be a good movie and whatnot. I mean, when you think about it, though, the first game was supposed to be about video games, but it really wasn't about video games. It just kind of like referenced video games. They were there.
Yeah, all right, I can see that.
But I think probably it's gonna be like the internet's there. Hey, look.
Honestly, Wreck-It Ralph 1 was like a lot of food references, which is a little weird. Like, it was like, oh, look, it's Laffy Taffy. They're laughing. We have to use these to climb up. Uh-oh, it's the Oreo cop. Like, it was really kind of just jamming these.
You know, like the first part was like, it was video games.
Yeah, but once they got into like Taffy Land,
it was like over, and that was like the first like 25% was video games, and then after that it was all candy. It was, so it was really misleading. So who knows? It might be the internet, and then they're going to be talking about like Doritos the whole game or something. Sorry, movie.
Gameo. I actually hear that it might have Mario in it, which is a huge step up, because I think the most popular character they had in Wreck-It Ralph 1 was Sonic.
Yeah, I don't even remember what his appearance did.
He was on a billboard, and it says, if you die outside your game, you die for real. And I was like, geez, Sonic, thanks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So Mario was missing in that movie because everyone expected him there. I mean, Bowser was there, Sonic was there, where's Mario? But apparently there was, I guess they didn't have the greatest interaction with Nintendo at the time. Now I guess that's been improved. So
Nintendo's like Disney; they're both very protective of their own properties. I really think it'd be really hard for them to work together, but I'm sure they'll hammer something out.
The thing is, apparently Nintendo's starting to show a lot more interest in being on the big screen. So I don't see why they wouldn't throw.
It'd be a good start.
Yeah, start there. Why not?
Yeah,
start on the internet. Movie.
This is just a completely irrelevant point, but I just remembered, speaking of Nintendo not being kind with their properties, I heard it just like recently shut down a Kickstarter that was going to be like a compendium of NES games. It was going to be like a nice book that was being kickstarted featuring like all these cool NES games. It was like, look at the past, look at this history. We love you, Nintendo. And Nintendo was like, shut it down. Get us out of here. That's ours. You can't have it.
Well, what if they're like working on that?
I mean, yeah, I get it. It's theirs, and I totally am fine with that. They should make a book on, or maybe a guide to help people through a demo that has recently come out.
Monster Hunter X Extreme Edition demo.
The 10th one.
Yes. Oh yeah, X10. Right. It's coming out hours ago, so it's already out. I haven't played it, haven't downloaded it. I'm very wary. I do enjoy the games, but I think to a fault in some regards. So I'm hesitant to actually try it out. But the demo's out, so the game is coming along, as evidenced by the release of the demo, which I didn't play or touch yet.
It's just another thing that's out.
I don't really like the demos for Monster Hunter. I'll be honest. Like every time I play them, it's like they just give you a base equipment. They give you like 2 or 3 hunts to do, and it's not really that appealing. But a lot of the appeal for me comes from like collecting and making your own armor and weapons and everything. And
yeah, I can see where a demo would be just like, hey, here's a new mechanic that might be in the new game, and it kind of helps you feel where they're heading. So I guess that might be a good way to experience a demo. It's just like, oh, cool. They added katanas, or, oh, wow, I can fight with a rock now. Can you throw rocks at people in that game?
You can throw things like bombs and...
I want to be a rock slinger.
I don't think that's a thing. I don't even think they added any like new classes. I think they just like expanded on the existing ones. So like they have like extreme modes, like kind of like a V trigger or something like that for all the weapons classes. Like they can just do these like wacky things. But I think this is speaking of like a retro throwback and documentation of all the Nintendo games. This is kind of like I guess you can call it like Monster Hunter Generations. Actually, I think that is even what it's called in Japan. So it just kind of branches over all the Monster Hunter games. It has like a sample platter of all like the most famous or forgotten monsters. So it's pretty cool.
It's on 3DS, right?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I'm out of luck. I don't have one.
Oh, well then, we'll see. I mean, you never know. It came out 3DS first for the Monster Hunter 4, and then it came out for the Wii U later. So it's possible.
Something to consider. Although I don't know if I want to get. You have to like play the game a long time just to get into it, don't you? And then once you're finally in, then you got like you're stuck there.
Yeah, you're stuck there. And also, I have a lot of trust issues with the Monster Hunter games because I mean I haven't even really played them that much, but I just understand that they do this kind of like what Street Fighter used to do. You know, Street Fighter and then Super Street Fighter, Ultra Street Fighter, Extreme Edition.
Oh,
so you just never know what the definitive version is. The last one they actually did release was the definitive version straight up in America, so maybe it's the same here, but I'd be wary anyway.
Well, since a demo came out recently for an upcoming game, I think it's a good time to discuss rapid fire, lightning round on some recent releases of games. So let's just shoot through some of the new hits that the kids today could be playing right now. First of which would be Inside, a game created from the creators of Limbo, the little black and white game with the little boy stuck in the woods being chased by a spider. It's got a 3D game. It's kind of scarier, I hear. And I heard that it's got a fantastic ending. I haven't played it yet myself, although I'm kind of looking forward to it now.
I mean, I think it's going to be like one of those like really poetic and symbolic games. And it did have a darker tone. I mean, as darker that you can get than being chased by a giant spider in the woods, I guess. I think it had, I guess, maybe more of a deeper message from what I could tell from the trailers that I've seen. So I think that would be a cool experience. I'm not really one for the, cinematic experience games, but I'm sure someone out there enjoys those and will.
Well, the opposite of a cinematic experience game then would be Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix, which is the new 3DS game. It takes some of the greatest hits from Rhythm Heaven, as well as some old ones. And, I guess it's a little cinematic in that this is the first time they're trying a story to add into Rhythm Heaven. I hear the story kind of bogs things down a little bit. It's just not the best implementation. Perhaps they shouldn't have bothered, but at the same time, I appreciate them trying new things, as well as making some of their best games available again, such as the Air Rally, the dog and the cat in planes hitting a ball back and forth. I love that one. And the Wrestler, the Double Double Double, that's true. It's good times.
I've been tempted to play the games. Maybe it's a good time to try.
I don't know if it's a great streaming game because you're like so intent on focusing and kind of like, gotta tap in rhythm, and it's kind of hard to talk and keep rhythm at the same time. I mean, I love streaming it anyway because I love that game. It's just really fun. Rhythm Heaven Fever, that is on the Wii. Really fun. So, if I ever get a 3DS, that's going to be my number one priority to get that game. It looks very fun. So, that game is out. And so is Star Ocean 5. I have no idea what that is, but I know it came out.
I remember making fun of the trailer because it had like a really cheesy like zooming until you might remember this. This trailer was notably bad. So like the protagonist was doing the typical running of a JRPG character. Wait, am I mixing this up? No, I don't think I am. This is the thing with like the checkered like green haired witch person, right?
Oh, the one that like is wearing like a quilt.
Yeah, like a holy quilt. Like not a holy quilt, but a quilt hole.
Half the checkers are clothes and half the checkers are her body.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. And if that's the case, then they were running through the game, and like every transition, they were like zoom in on this window, and then whoa, the next scene was in there, and they like zoom into it over and over. This happened over and over again. It was just like the cheesiest shit. And it looked really didn't look too interesting. But then again, I've never been into these games, so I can't.
Well, I know
really
Rudy is going to be streaming it, so that'll be cool. It's always a good time with Rudy.
Yeah, I mean RPGs can be good stream games. You just have to kind of know what's going on. Speaking of good stream games that are RPGs, though, a Super Mario RPG came out on the Wii U Virtual Console.
A classic.
A classic. I still have yet to touch it, but I only hear good things about it. Okay, that's not true. I have a limited experience with it. I went to this guy's house, right? And no, I didn't know this guy. Okay, I didn't know this guy really. It was like some like business thing with my mom's ex-boyfriend when I was following him around. It was like some construction meeting, or maybe it was a cousin of his. I don't know. But anyway, somehow I managed to delete his file, and that's pretty much all I did. Like I don't know. I guess like I guess like kids like find a way, and that's what I did. I think I remember like there's a bomb, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I did that. I mean, it was a bomb. It was cool, I guess. But I deleted it. That's my like only experience with the game. I didn't play it.
That's awful.
It is. But he might not have been far. I don't think he was good at games. But he might have been. I don't know.
That game is weird because you only go like you don't go very high as far as levels go. But you do put in like a lot of time, so he might have been further than you think.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was
it doesn't. Young he'll be fine, or not. He might be dead because of what you did. But yeah. It's gonna be okay. Great game. Please do play it sometime. Something else though that is an old game you can play now easier is the Bioshock collection. You play the Bioshock collection now. Featuring Bioshock 1, Bioshock 2, and Bioshock Infinite. They just kept going. They never stopped, and then they all did all in one game.
Sounds like a good time, although it does sound kind of unnecessary as well, because honestly, those games are always very accessible and always good standalones.
I mean, you can just buy the first one.
Yeah.
You don't need to buy the rest, honestly. Yeah. This is a harsh criticism from a Bioshock fan. Bioshock 1 fan because I hated the other two games.
I never played the other two.
The Bioshock 2 is just like a retread of 1. Like, hey, let's do everything that was successful. But it's like not as successful. It was okay. Mm-hmm. And then Bioshock Infinite, I don't know what the hell like happened there. It was like at every E3 for like years, and it's like so like exciting. Like, look, we have this skyhook system, and you can go everywhere. And these aren't plasmids; these are vigors, and these are better, and you can do all the cool stuff. It was just really boring. I don't know. I was bored by it. I put it on easy mode just so I could get to the end of it. I didn't feel like going through the trial of it. And then the story just pissed me off too. Interesting.
I don't know. I was really hyped up for Bioshock when it was announced, and it looked really cool. And then I got it and I played it. It was really great and all. But I had I had on like a shitty laptop, and I played on PC, and I had like max 16 frames per second, usually less. I still played it and enjoyed it to an extent, but that's my experience with it. It had a good environment, but it was very choppy.
I wonder if you could beat it with just the bees, only bee hand.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that sometime. Sounds like a fun thing. Yeah, bee run. Bee only. Bioshock.
Bees. Well, something that doesn't deserve a B, I hear it's getting a lot of Fs as far as grades go, is Mighty Number 9.
I bought it, man.
Did you?
I backed it like so long ago. I forgot about it, and then like it came out, and I'm like, oh shit, what's my Kickstarter login? So I went to look and log in and like request a refund. It was too late. I think they haven't responded to me. I still don't even know how to get the game, but I don't really want to go through the effort. But I mean, I technically bought it in a way.
You're to blame.
Yeah, I'm part of the problem.
You actually hurt this video game industry by helping them release that.
I don't know. I just wanted another good Mega Man game. I guess it was too much to ask for. I did more harm than good.
Allegedly. I mean, I haven't played it, and I don't want to just ride the coattails of everybody else, but it sounds like it's really bad. Apparently, like the credits are longer than the game.
Oh yeah, 4 hours. Well, I mean, there's a lot of credits to have.
I know, but why have 4 hour credits? I've seen games back before. It's
Yeah. No, I should stream it sometime. Since I have access to it. Make it go fast,
or make it like a menu or something, or only care about like the really good backers and not like the guys that threw $1 at it. I don't know. Not 4 hours of credits, man. That's a interesting choice. Oh, and like everything they're doing with it is so weird too. Like the thing where they was like lonelier than an anime fan on prom night, and it's like, why are you doing this to your fans? You realize who backed your game, right? And then like Inafune's translator says it's better than nothing, and then everyone just assumes, oh, Inafune said that, and so that just makes him look even worse. And actually, I was just reading that apparently there was exclusive DLC for backers who paid like really high amounts of money for it, like more than 60, I think. And apparently that DLC is now going to be turned into public DLC. So
nice.
the shitstorm continues. It just continues to get worse.
They also dropped a lot of ports that they're gonna have. I think the 3DS and like the Vita or something, or the Xbox One.
Xbox 360 version still hasn't come out. They had to delay that. The Linux and Mac version had to delay. It's fascinating, and I'm curious to see if he still plans on going through with all these weird sequels and cartoons and stuff.
And like that Red Ash thing.
Yeah, he was like ready to go, like on everything. Like, this is gonna be a huge hit. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah. I don't trust his Kickstarter at all now. I don't care what the game is or how good it's looking right now. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done with it. No, there's no reason. I mean, I don't feel like I lost a lot, but it's more of the principle than anything. And we'll see if I get my money back. I mean, it could have been $1.50. I want it back. I'm not gonna. I could burn it afterwards. It's not about the money.
Right.
But we'll see.
If they send it to you in an envelope that just says like money number 9 refund, I hope you don't even open it. I hope you just like throw it in a fire and like put that on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll doubt it'll come in an envelope that'll say Mighty Number 9 money. I'm living in like a cartoon world where you get that envelope, but I want that.
I don't think that I'm gonna get even a response to my message, unfortunately. But that's the way it goes. So,
yeah.
You can probably find me in there somewhere, but good luck. The credits. It's like 4 hours.
It's gonna be.
I don't even know.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know. Then again, maybe they like retroactively pulled it after I said I need a refund. I don't know. I don't know. I just said please give me my money back. But we'll see. And that's pretty much it. We have some interesting returns to greatness though. We have with the muddy release of Mighty Number 9, we are relieved with the crystal release of Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi?
Yeah, apparently.
You mean that drink from the 80s that I never drank?
Yeah, the one we could never experience is coming out yet again. Delicious Crystal Pepsi.
Cool, Leone.
I have no idea what it
is. Is there a game?
Is there?
There is. They're making a game for Crystal Pepsi also. It's probably like gonna be like some shitty like online browser game, but
that's fine. Do you remember? Was it Chex Quest?
Yes,
that was a good time.
Sneak King.
Yeah, who can forget that one? I own it.
Cool Spot.
Cool Spot was hard as hell. I hope to make the Crystal Pepsi game like really, really hard.
Apparently, it's gonna be based on Oregon Trail.
Oh, I see.
So, I don't know.
What is Crystal Pepsi though? Is it like citrus?
I don't know. I just know that it's coming back sometime in the next 8 weeks. So, if you're excited for Crystal Pepsi, which I know some of you are.
Pepsi Blue was I really enjoyed it. I tried it like 2 times and I really liked it, and then they took it away forever. So I would have been more excited.
Well, hey, maybe this is a start of a return, you know? Maybe if this goes well, they'll bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, we can always use more high fructose corn syrup in our diet.
Yeah, you know, to wash down that Crystal Pepsi, why not have a nice mac and Cheeto? Yeah,
a perfect pairing.
Something that you can get right now already.
Mac and Cheetos is the new abomination presented by Burger King. It is what is it?
It's a Cheeto.
No. It's not a Cheeto. It looks like a Cheeto, but it's actually a mozzarella stick fried and dusted in Cheeto dust, and within it is macaroni and cheese, and it is called the Mac and Cheetos, endorsed by Cheetos, and of course produced en masse by Burger King for some reason. I don't know why Burger King does that. They're making hot dogs too now. I really don't know if they're going to change their name just to like King or some kind of King. I don't know.
King of all foods.
King of all foods, yes, because they have no limitations now. They just do whatever. You said they had like lasagna one time, right? Like
that might have been McDonald's.
Oh no, you were saying Parmesan cheese. Never mind. Chicken Parmesan.
Oh yeah. No,
not lasagna.
Lasagna.
No,
it's close.
Lasagna is being held off until they release Garfield for Mario Maker. They're going to dual release that.
Pizza lasagna.
But it. I don't know. I hear mostly positive things about it, other than the fact that it's inherently disgusting. I think it's at least delivered okay.
It's really curious that they would do that. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I hear some okay things about it, so why not? I guess as long as I mean, I worry because going back to how we were talking about Twitch social eating before, I worry that someone's going to be like, oh, I know, I'm going to make actual mac and Cheetos. Like, stuff mac and cheese into literal Cheetos and just, like, eat them both at the same time. And, like, I'm just, oh, man, I'm kind of, like, grossed out by talking about this.
Yeah, they're going to definitely walk some kind of dangerous line for that Twitch eating thing.
But I guess you could watch someone on Twitch eat Crystal Pepsi and drink their mac and Cheetos now.
Yes, they can. Yeah, they could. You know, they could do that. They could just blend them together. Drink both.
Jesus Christ!
I have done something almost as bad. I mean, I don't know which one would be worse, but Mountain Dew and no, I mean Fox could support me on this. Doritos and Mountain Dew when blended together tastes like stomach acid, like just from a stomach. It's very, very gross.
Oh.
So I imagine the Crystal Pepsi and the mac and Cheetos would probably go just as well.
God bless you, gentlemen.
It was really bad. Like you wouldn't expect it to be so bad, but it was. It was that bad. It automatically like made your body just reject the food. Like, what are you doing? You can eat them separately, and the body's like, okay, I'm all right. But then it's like, virus detected. Like,
idiot, what are you doing? Get that out. Oh, man.
Pretty terrible. But, yeah, a lot of fun stuff coming out soon. And, oh my gosh, did we just not even talk about Street Fighter?
We didn't talk about Street Fighter yet.
That's a big deal.
I like to push it to the end, because we're going to talk about it every time anyway.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so if you don't like Street Fighter, have a good week. But, Street Fighter 5 has a ton of stuff coming out, like, tomorrow.
One could argue that the game is going to be finally complete.
Well, I mean, it was a fighting game. It had fighting, so I'd say it was complete. But, yeah.
Right.
It has a story mode coming, which I guess that would flesh out the single-player component and a two-player component, if you want to look at it that way as well. And we're also going to be getting Ibuki, the ninja girl.
Ninja girl. Part of the Ninja Clan.
And Balrog, the big bad boxer man.
Yeah, he was a late addition to this update. They kind of just popped it in there this past weekend at CEO. They told you, hey, chump, you're getting Balrog too in this big fancy update. Yeah. And I assume it's supposed to be like an apology, like, hey, kids, sorry we delayed Ibuki. Here's the Balrog that you expected to get in the first place.
Yeah, they've been sitting on him for a while. He's been done, I think, for a long time. So, but they just released both at the same time and kind of like, got back up to speed. Yeah. So we're expecting Jury next month, I think, or is it August?
I think they're going to go back to the schedule. So Balrog would have been the July update before. So I think Jury will be August, maybe mid-July. Who knows?
Yeah, no. No, not for sure.
All bets are off now. I mean, honestly, this June update's happening on July 1st, so I mean, I can't predict what they're going to do anymore. I'm excited to play as Ibuki. I'm excited to play as Balrog, but more importantly, I'm going to finally get my damn story mode that I've been wanting since launch. And if you really liked Juri or Yurian, the other characters that have not released yet, You can play them in the story mode. They'll be there. Playable in the story mode only.
Really?
And you can, yeah.
I had no idea. I thought they would be in there.
No, everyone's going to be playable.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my! So I can play like Jury like within 24 hours.
Yes.
Oh my god! I didn't know that.
Only in story mode.
That's fine. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Because we just saw this. We were just watching this leak of all of her supposed moves. If anyone's interested, it's probably somewhere on YouTube if it hasn't been exploded yet.
It was an unlisted video. So.
Oh yeah, never mind. So Jury may or may not have a dive kick because this person either chose not to do it or she doesn't have one. She may or may not have fireballs except out of V trigger because the guy didn't show them off unless he was in V trigger. And she has a very like far-reaching overhead from what I can tell, and an air grab, which is also very strange. So and her V trigger does not seem to be the Feng Shui engine. It seems to just be some weird thing glowing around her wrist. I really don't know if this is complete or not. We'll see. I guess I'll see really soon. If you can play her in story mode, then yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm assuming that the leak is it might be using data from the update because you can download the story mode, but you can't use it yet on PS4 at least. It won't like it's not active until the patch hits. So I'm assuming that there's like some kind of data that is usable to some degree if you like, hack it or something. But yeah, the reason why you can't play as Yuri or Urian yet is because they're saying that they still need some time to balance out the characters, probably fix up some little details here and there, you know, little tiny things. So it's nice that you can still play as the characters, and I guess it makes sense if they're all part of the first season. I wonder if that means that with each season they would do another story, because they specifically don't call this the cinematic story anymore. They call it like Shadow Falls or something like that.
Oh yeah,
it's like they have like a specific name for it. So maybe in the future we'll get more story modes. I'd be really okay with that.
Yeah, I'm really. I think it's this is kind of like a first, right? Cinematic
for Street Fighter, yeah. And it's going to be about like 3 to 4 hours long. It's going to have a normal difficulty, and when you beat it, you can get a extra difficulty, which is just their way of saying hard.
Are the
daily you get fight money.
The daily challenges coming out too?
I think so.
I read that. So like we're going to also be getting like you can just go on, and I don't know what the hell it's going to be. Probably character specific combo training challenges, or you know, like they'll say, hey, beat 10 people online with this character or something like that.
Yeah,
so that could be cool.
Yeah, that's a nice way to get more fight money. Mm-hmm. You're going to need it because a lot of changes are happening also with these updates. First of all, if you like playing as Guile and Alex, get your time in right now, because that free trial ends with this update. So you're not going to have them anymore. You're going to have to buy them with your fight money. Not Zenny. They're taking that away. They wanted to do Zenny, but they can't do it. They say that they realize that they don't like need to do that way, but the truth is that they just can't figure it out.
What the hell are they gonna do?
What you can do is you can buy fight money with real money if you want to, which makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah,
you don't need to have two currencies.
No, that's just completely unnecessary.
Because then you'd have like leftover Zenny, and then you're like, oh well, shit. If I want this, I have to buy more Zenny. And it's just annoying. It's a good way to scam people, I suppose. But
yeah, I mean, I guess I could definitely see him doing that. But yeah, it just makes more sense to have one thing and being able to buy it.
Yeah. So with the fight money being finalized as the only way to buy things, those characters will go off their free trials, and you'll need to use your fight money to buy Alex and Guile. So I hope you didn't spend all your fight money on costumes and titles and stages.
Fun things, yeah.
But costumes and stages are coming. More levels. I think they're going to do nighttime versions of currently existing stages. There's going to be a beach level. There's going to be Balrog's like boxing hall level, or Vegas, whatever the hell it is. That's a new level that's coming. I think Karen is getting a summer outfit. Everyone's battle outfits are coming out. So if you wanted to buy like Sexy Valentine Chun-Li or Macho Man Randy Zangief, those are coming. All available to use your precious fight money on. So time to farm up the stuff if you want it. Lots to do in Street Fighter coming this Friday. And if anyone's interested in the tournament scene, then I have the good news that Ibuki and Balrog will both be at EVO. You can play as both of those people at EVO. So,
and it's coming up so soon. It just seems like a weird thing to do.
You have like 2 weeks to practice these characters.
That's such a monkey wrench. I hope. Oh man, I don't know.
It's going to be interesting to see if someone gets top 8 with one of those characters.
But people are going to lose. People are going to lose because they don't have experience with it. That's what I'm worried about.
That's what happened with Elena at Street Fighter 4.
She wasn't that new though.
She wasn't, but still, I guess I'm.
Yeah, but in this case, like they're super new.
There's like a week.
Yeah.
I doubt anyone's going to get too far with
you gotta
only doing Ibuki Balrog, but if you like get far and you're like, oh man, I bet this guy will get fucked up if I change to Balrog right now.
So yeah, that's true.
It'll be interesting.
Dangerous. It seems dangerous, but they know what they're doing, I'm sure.
Well, Mr. Wizard, whatever the hell his name is, he says so. So why not?
So he says.
It's just encouragement for people to really pack into training. We saw at CEO how well people did with their characters. People know what they need to do. But now you gotta add these two guys on top of it. These two fierce fighters.
So who are you gonna play with the new update? Which Pokemon are you choosing? Ibuki or Bullfrog?
I'm interested in Bullfrog.
I'm interested in Ibuki. Just as far as the two go, I'm not really interested in her inherently. Right. But between the two, I think Ibuki seems more interesting to me.
They'll probably keep Balrog as a charge character, which I'm fine with that. But it's just kind of interesting how his V-Trigger turned into his like old Bull Rush thing, and his critical art is now just a single big punch. Curious how he'll play.
Won't have to be curious for long. Soon. Very soon.
Very soon.
Mere hours.
Mm-hmm. It's coming soon.
And with that, I think we've covered all the events and happenings over the past 2 weeks. Yeah, matters, at least. So, with that, I think we will see you guys next bye-week, and that's going to be mid-July. Until then, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.